You are welcome to this channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe. The president feels let down. Details emerge as tensions rise between Tinubu and Sanwo-Olu. Tensions are rising within President Bola Tinubu's camp as insiders reveal that the president now feels let down by Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, a development that is felt within the ranks of the All Progressive Congress. Sanwo-Olu, a protege of Tinubu and beneficiary of his political influence, rose swiftly through the APC ranks, winning the Lagos State governorship in 2019 and securing re-election in 2023 with Tinubu's full support. However, sources say the relationship has deteriorated considerably in recent months, marked by visible signs of distance and mistrust. The president's recent visit to Lagos brought this to light. Eyewitnesses at Murtala Mohammed Airport observed Tinubu deliberately bypassing Sanwo-Olu, ignoring a customary handshake, and instead greeting Deputy Governor Obafemi Hamzat. According to party insiders, the president media team was instructed to withhold any footage of his interaction from public view to avoid fueling speculation. It took intense last-minute lobbying and persuasion to get the governor included, an insider revealed. Otherwise, only the deputy governor was supposed to be at the airport. Further breaches of protocol followed. Sanwo-Olu was excluded from accompanying Tinubu to his Bodilon residence, a role traditionally reserved for the sitting governor. With Hamzat taking his place, the governor was also absent from significant events during the visit, including the 50th ECOWAS anniversary celebration of ECOWAS at the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, a notable omission giving Lagos status as host city. The political frostiness is believed to stem partly from Sanwo-Olu's involvement in a controversial attempt to unseat Lagos Assembly Speaker Mudashiru Obasa. Reports indicate the governor supported and mobilized lawmakers to remove Obasa, a move that was swiftly overturned by Tinubu. This episode is said to have deeply strained the president's trust in his former ally. Commenting on the issue, a former commissioner in Lagos who spoke anonymously said, "This is not just about ego or protocol breaches. The president feels let down in certain ways, and when that happens, he doesn't forget easily." Sanwo-Olu's sidelining is further reflected in his absence from the APC National Policy and Performance Review Summit in Abuja, where Tinubu received formal endorsement for a second term. Sources suggest the governor may have been quietly excluded following the Obasa controversy. Moreover, Sanwo-Olu's influence over the upcoming local government election in Lagos has waned. None of the 57 chairmanship candidates have ties to his camp, a break from previous patterns. Party directives reportedly bar sitting governors from manipulating candidate selections, signaling a reassertion of control by Tinubu's inner circle. Several local government aspirants pitched with the governor were edged out during the screening phase, while others reportedly withdrew under pressure from emerging power blocs loyal directly to Abuja. The once dominant Governance Advisory Council, a key Lagos APC decision-making body, also lost sway amid this power shift. Sanwo-Olu's second and final tenure as governor ends in 2027, it is understood that even stronger assertions of control are on the horizon as the countdown advances. Well, politics is a give and take matter, and you know there is no permanent friend in politics, neither is there a permanent enemy. Most of the communique here are mere speculations. We can't really hold on it, but let's look at it even from the face value. There are bound to be a particular adage that may always come to pass every time in the face of men, which says that 20 friends can't be together for 20 years. Yes, a Sanwo-Olu has been with Tinubu, for over 25 years now. Our democracy is about 28 years now. So if they have been together for 28 years, that is a wonderful thing. That means they've been able to, go against the so-called adage. But if it is now ending now, Sanwo-Olu has tried and Tinubu has also tried. But then, to a large extent, those who are speaking are still speaking anonymously. And there is need for us to be very careful because we can't just begin to add one to one and one and one and two and there and begin to say we want to arrive at a particular conclusion, knowing fully well that President Tinubu is planning towards his 2027 ambition. He may not want to have any crack anywhere within the party, whether from his own base in Lagos or from any other base at all. He's consolidating and trying to make sure that all things are put in perspective, except if these speculations we are reading now is true, that if Sanwo-Olu has been avoiding a Tinubu for a very long time. Of course, we could remember the Mudashiru Obasa saga, that while the man was off duty at USA in America, that he was impeached here by his own colleagues, but somehow through presidential directive, the man came back to power, and the reasons behind his impeachment was not far-fetched, because the high-handedness of the speaker is so glaring, and we are not going to keep quiet about that. And for him to continue to speak contrary and begin to undermine the governor, and governor knowing fully well that they are all under Asiwaju Tinubu and he couldn't do anything, it's like a shame even on his part, knowing fully well that his colleagues in other states in the federation, they have full power. They face even their predecessors, and they also face the power that be and assert control over their state. And because Tinubu has been given the full-fledged power over Lagos State, especially the political power, he is asserting himself over the people. But going to Abuja, I think probably he might have handed over, the base to a Sanwo-Olu, who mistakenly now remove some of his men. That's a flaw even from Sanwo-Olu's part. It will have been fine if he had reported Mudashiru Obasa to President Tinubu then, and then they made a decision on him. And also, we don't know whether after the whole thing, the saga had fizzled out, probably Sanwo-Olu has not appeared before Tinubu to also express himself and explain his own situation about the matter. But all that we knew was that the deputy that became the speaker was asked to step down, and everything should be reverted to status quo. And even the case that Mudashiru Obasa had already filed in court was asked to be withdrawn, and then everything in Lagos State had to come back. Even the committee that was set by President Tinubu had to come out with an idea that there is going to be imbalance in the sharing of power. That is why an Obasa must return, or else the Lagos West will not have anybody at the ends of affairs among the three powers even in the state. One from east, one from west, and one from central. That's the way Lagos State did it. So maybe those are some of the issues, but I know this thing has been a long-term thing, and I don't think Tinubu will keep that to heart, except if it's an unpardonable, sin. So if someone should find his way around to solve the matter. Don't forget to like, to share, and also keep coming to our, channel for updates on what is going on in our political space and economic space and every other. Remember even to share.